Yo, what's up guys? It's King Sean here, back with another video, and in today's video I'll be bringing you guys my week 5 preview for the Washington Commanders as they will be facing the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. I'll give you guys my 3 keys to victory to the game as well as my score prediction at the end. So before we get to the video, make sure you leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm getting really close to 800 subscribers, so if you could hit that sub button, I'd really appreciate it, and thanks for all the support. So with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Before I start the video, I just wanted to update you guys that the Washington Commanders have officially activated Brian Robinson off the NFI list, the non-football injury list. That is great news. So this means he will play tomorrow, Sunday, against the Titans. So I just wanted to update you guys on this. Obviously, if you've seen the news, you know. So, yeah, so with that out of the way, let's get to the video. Alright, so for my first key to victory is to get our playmakers involved. Last week against the Cowboys, and even weeks before against the Eagles, Lions, even Jaguars, although we did a pretty good job of getting our playmakers involved then, we just haven't been able to get guys like Terry McLaurin. Curtis Samuel has to get involved, but I wanted to see him get involved more. Our tight ends, Logan Thomas, John Bates, we just haven't been able to get them involved. And a lot of that is to blame. A lot of the blame is on Scott Turner because he just hasn't been scheming up the right plays or making good play calls to get our guys open, to get them targets. It just hasn't been good because for me, what I'm seeing is our offense is basically a one-read offense. That's what Scott Turner's offense is. The first read Carson Wentz goes to, he's going to throw it to him. So we just need to see better play calls on Scott Turner. And although most of it is on Scott Turner, some of it's on Carson Wentz too. I know his offensive line has been the best this year at all, getting up a lot of sacks, pressures, and stuff, but still, you got to target your guys. You got to get it to your best playmakers. Terry McLaurin, we need, only 2 catches last week. It's on 6 targets. I know Trayvon Diggs is a really good cornerback, but still, Terry McLaurin got open a couple of times. He really did. And he was getting helped a couple of times too, so you could have targeted him, and maybe the refs will call a pass interference or something on the quarterback. But still, you got to get your guys involved. That's how you can win games, really. If you get your guys involved. I know our defense hasn't been the best too. I'll get to that later, but you really need to get your guys involved. Terry McLaurin, he only has 14 catches on the year. That is insane. That's terrible. But a lot of that's to blame, like I said, Scott Turner, Carson Wentz. You gotta scheme up more plays for Terry McLaurin to get the ball. I like that I saw from Curtis Samuel the first 3 weeks. He got 7 targets last week. He didn't do much last week. And I know Jahan Dotson isn't playing this week, but you got to get your guys involved. I don't think a single tight end got a target until the second half, so that's really bad. Antonio Gibson didn't do much in the receiving game last game, but we got to get our guys involved. Scott Turner, we say this every week. He needs to go after this season. I'm not going to lie. He really does. He just hasn't been a good offensive coordinator. And it's not only this year, but years prior, 2020, 2021. So we got to see something from Scott Turner this game. We really do. And Carson Wentz, he has to target his guys as well. So that is my first key to victory, and on to the next. All right, my second key to victory is to create turnovers, and it's really sad that I've had to say this for weeks now, last week, like every single week. We haven't been able to create turnovers at all this season. Only one. As you can see on my screen, we are the worst, actually second worst in turnover differentials with -6 in turnovers on the season. That's just terrible. That really is. We cannot create turnovers at all. I don't know what it is. A few of the guys, Benjamin St-Juste, I think Kendall Fuller almost had one last week, and then Benjamin St-Juste almost had one the week before or against the Lions. But it's just so bad. We just can't create turnovers at all. I don't know why, but it seems like it's impossible for us to create turnovers. Hopefully we can against the Titans. I feel like we can. Ryan Tannehill, I guess he's a safe guy. Yeah, he's a safe guy. He doesn't really make too many mistakes, but still, we gotta force some turnovers. We really do. A pick, a fumble, anything. We haven't been able to force a single turnover since the Jaguars game in week 1. And even that turnover was towards the end of the game, like a minute and some seconds left. I mean, so you can't really count that, I guess. I mean, you can, but can't really. So we got to create turnovers. We really do. I mean, it's just we got to create turnovers to win. That's very important, the turnover battle, to win games. The reason why a lot of these teams have been winning is because they've been creating turnovers. So we got to do something. We got to do something. We need to create turnovers badly, or else we're not going to win this. We really aren't. So that is my second key to victory, and moving on to the third. All right, and my last key to victory is Ron Rivera's clock management. His clock management might be the worst clock management I've ever seen. I mean, it's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. Last week against the Cowboys, when we stopped them on a third down, we took a timeout. We had like a minute to go. We got the ball back. We ran a running play. No sense of urgency. I mean, we ran the clock out until it was like 20 something seconds left, like 24, 25 seconds left, and then we finally called the timeout. I mean, what is that? There was no sense of urgency on that play. I guess Ron Rivera didn't care. I don't know if we didn't care that the time ran out. I just wanted to take it to half. But I don't know. We could have went down the field and scored a field goal at least before halftime. I think it was like 15, 12 to 10 at that point. But it was just no sense of urgency on that drive. And then after the run play, after we took the timeout, I think Wentz threw a deep bomb downfield and it was picked off by Trayvon Diggs. So that was just terrible clock management by Ron Rivera. And this isn't the first time it happened. Against the Eagles, bad clock management as well. Against the Lions, bad clock management. Good clock management against the Jaguars, I guess you can say. But even years prior, 2020, 2021, I mean, there was just no sense of urgency in the first half of the year. Last year in 2020 and this year as well. So it was just terrible. We got to turn things around. I mean, Ron Rivera's clock management is absolutely garbage. The worst clock management I've ever seen before in my life. I mean, we got to see better from Ron Rivera. This might be his final year. If he doesn't get things right with this team, I don't know. He's got to go. It looks like he's lost the locker room. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like he's lost the locker room because if our guys are playing with no sense of urgency, it's just terrible. It was just terrible clock management. We got to see better from Ron Rivera. We really do, or else we're not gonna win games. I mean, we're just not. If we don't see a sense of urgency from our guys, that's on Ron Rivera's part. So, yeah, that is my last key to victory, and now on to my score prediction. All right, and now for my score prediction. As you can see, I do have us losing this game 23-16. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I just don't think our offense will get a rhythm going early in the game. Maybe in the second half they'll start to get a little groove going, but I just don't think it'll be enough. Our defense actually has been playing better these past 2 weeks. They played pretty well against the Cowboys, other than our secondary still getting torched. They played pretty well against the Cowboys and the Eagles, in fact. So I think they'll keep it close, but I just don't think Scott Turner. I just don't think Scott. I just don't have trust in this coaching staff right now, specifically Scott Turner and Ron Rivera. I just don't think it will be a good clock management type of game. Scott Turner, he's probably going to keep calling those one-read plays, a lot of bad plays, like questionable plays. I don't think it's going to be great offensively wise. Defense, I think they're going to play pretty well. They're going to hold the Titans to around the same points we've held the Cowboys and Eagles to these past 2 weeks. But all in all, I just don't think our offense has it in them to score points for us, specifically in the first half early on. So, yeah, that is my final score prediction. Titans win 23-16. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'd really appreciate that. Comment your thoughts on today's topic and comment your score prediction for tomorrow's game. And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.